because history repeats itself. There's no new thing under the sun. See?
Uh, for he that is hanged is a curse of the Most High, that thy land be not defiled, which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance.
Right. See, they didn't care about his body. They were going to leave it up there. Joseph of Arimathea had to come get the body down.
A disciple.
A disciple, and
let,
there was,
like just how the scriptures say, let the dead bury their dead.
Right.
And likewise, a
we'll
man
take
of
care
the
of our
Lord
own.
took care of the Lord.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. We take care of our own. And when you bite the hand that feeds you, when you to say it plainly, when you fuck with one of us, you fuck with the whole body. That's why Elder Gabar always said, this thing is worse than the mafia, man. You know, it's only a matter of time before something crazy happens to that guy in Trinidad, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that should have been a warning. And then you got this dude from St. Louis who committed adultery a day or two after that. It is getting to the point to where it's like, man, if you do some janky shit, don't even make a video, man, because we say it every year. There's gonna be more and more fallouts. The elders say it every year. There's gonna be more and more fallouts. Even with amongst the camps, you constantly fat is trimmed, man, every year. So it's no strange thing to us, man. You know. That was the point, right? So that was the law. They knew the law. That was the point. Now let's go to did we read verse 63 in Matthew's? If not, let's read it again. Let's read that again, and then we'll move on again too.
Matthew 27 and 63. Saying, Sir, we remember that the deceiver said...
Yeah, they called him a liar.
Right.
Called him a devil, right?
Right. While he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again.
After 3 days will I rise again. So there, people getting that 3 whole days and 3 whole nights. Well, you had the day of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Passover night. You had the morning time where he was brought before Pilate and crucified. Then you had the night that his body was taken down. Okay?
The evening.
The evening, right. Even the evening of that, which is a new day, right?
Verse 64. Command therefore...
A salat. Read that. Yep, we'll read that too. We'll read all that.
Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the 3rd day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, he is risen from the dead.
Yeah, like it's some backyard magic show, right?
Right.
Get out of here, man. Go ahead.
He is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first.
Right. So they say, it'd be more of a tumult, more. They're gonna lose more money,
right.
Because they feel like they're getting swindled. Right. Like that they had that movie Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp, and he had the guy come to town who said he had a miracle elixir to grow your hair out. Well, because back in the day, you'd have people come through with all types of tonics and elixirs and potions, and they try to sell things off as, oh, this will make your hair grow, or this will make your woman pregnant. And a lot of time it was just, like olive oil with some odor to it. It really had no physical healing property to it. So they were like, fake doctors going from town to town, shanty town to shanty town, taking, robbing the poor and stuff, right?
Like, hey, how long I gotta use it? Oh, you gotta use it for a year.
Yeah. Buy as much as you can now. When I come back next year, you get some more.
Yeah.
Well, shit, he ain't coming back next year. Because by then you're gonna know that
he gonna be in a whole nother country.
You were rubbing cat piss on you the whole time, man.
Yeah, he gonna be over there with Bakar and Trinidad.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna be out in the Trinidad selling potions and mangoes, man.
Magic, man.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 65. Pilate said unto them, ye have a watch.
Right. Pilate said to these wicked guys that you have a guard. That word "watch" there is a guard or a sentry, right?
Go your way, make it sure, even as you can.
Right. So he said, do your due diligence. Here you go. And gave them what they wanted.
So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch.
Right. So they, investigated, made sure everything was on point. Okay, let's get John 19 and 39.
John 19, verse 39.
Yep.
And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Yahushua by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pound weight.
That's money.
Right.
You know, that's expensive. But the point here, okay, Nicodemus, he also showed up with Joseph of Arimathea. So Joseph of Arimathea got the body down. Nicodemus had the things to preserve the body, to keep it from seeing corruption.
Right.
You know, in the physical sense, right? Because for every spiritual, there's a physical. You know, for every up, there's a down. And it said by night. So we're gonna look this word up. 3571. I have it pulled up on the side, but this is quicker. Okay, it says night, metaphor, the time when work ceases, right? Like we said earlier, you're burning the burning daylight, and then when you work at night, you say we're burning the midnight oil. Okay, it says which is also a metaphor for the time of death, the time of deeds of sin and shame, because when you're darkness, you don't know better, right? Our people are in a gross darkness. It says the time of moral stupidity and darkness. There you go. The time when the weary and also the drunken give themselves to slumber, meaning that, here it is. It's high time to awake out of sleep, but you got people still asleep when they should have been woken up, but they're drunk on this wine of Babylon. They're really, even Israelites, the 14th Street Israelite. You're drunk on Edomite ideas,
Right.
on Edomite beliefs and Edomite heritage. That this is how you tell time.
Edomite doctrine.
Right, because what did your little research find you? Your little research found you a so-called scholar or professor that's talking about the second month in Exodus, the 16th chapter, instead of you going for yourself and to find out the beginning of things. Genesis, the heading in the beginning. You got to go to the beginning of everything, man. You know, that's, like he said, if you're gonna answer my question, prove me wrong, right? But if you can't, then humble down and back down. Well, guess what? You humble down. You back down. Okay. Let's get so there's that word night, which the night is a whole new day, right? The time when work ceases. So that work day is done. Let's get John 20:1. John chapter 20 and verse 1.
John 21. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark.
Right. It said the first day of this new week, which this first day of this new week is the 15th day. Right. Now the 7th day would be the 21st day, which is the end of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So the Passover is done with. You did the Passover service, right? Because his body was brought down that evening, the end of the Passover, the beginning of a new day. So we had the preparation, we had the Passover itself at night. You had the day of the Passover. You had the night that his body came down. Now you have the early morning, and also that night that he came down was the beginning of another night too. Right. So look, what do you have?
Beginning of another day.
Right, and you got 3 days and 3 nights. You see? Now that, if you don't understand it, it's going to come when we hit the nail on the coffin in in the next couple minutes. Okay, now I said the first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early. Let's look that word up, early, 4404 in the Greek. 4404. It says, in the morning early, the fourth watch of the night, from 3 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock approximately, which, what did we read from the Greek 1766? About the first hour was a sunrise, or 6 a.m. according to Western understanding, right? So this is saying the fourth watch of the night, because when you would have a guard at night, and brothers in the military will know, unless you're on CQ, which is a 24-hour duty, if you stand guard or stand watch, it's only for a few hours, and then someone comes and relieves you of that duty. And that's what they went to Pontius Pilate for. They said, give us a watch and make sure, meaning, you get a schedule together, you get a team pretty much, get your watch. So the fourth watch of the night, right? Because his body was taken down and it was buried, was put in the tomb right before the sun went down. So you had now the fourth watch of the night, which, after his body could have been in, it could have been, it could have been the second watch, it could have been the third watch, but the fourth watch, the end of this, right? The fourth watch, the end of it. Those other ones don't matter. This fourth one is the end of it, which says it's 6 o'clock a.m. in the morning, approximately, which is what the sunrise.
Sunrise, yeah.
That's the third day. That's the third day, right? Okay. Um. So let's get Matthew's 28 and verse 1. Let's get Matthew's 28 and verse 1.
Matthew 28 and 1. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to draw toward
dawn.
dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre.
Right. So it says, in the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn, toward the first day of the week, the 15th, which is the first day of this week. So let's look that word dawn up, okay, which is Greek 2020. That word dawn means to grow light, to dawn. That's the third day. And the third day he was risen, right? That's what everyone believes. So let's look that word dawn up. Okay, that word dawn, according to the freedictionary.com, dawn, it says the time each morning at which daylight first begins. A first appearance, a beginning. See even the dawn of history, Genesis, right? See synonymous at beginning. So why would you start to get understanding at the second month? Shouldn't you go to the first month?
Right.
You see, Most High can, take things away from you and you wouldn't even know it and consider it. All right. To begin, to become a light in the morning, to begin to appear, develop, emerge, to begin to be perceived or understood. Like, oh, this just dawned on me. Same thing. Daybreak, sunrise, related, adjective, auroral. The sky when light first appears in the morning, the beginning of something. Verb, introduction. To begin to grow light after the night. Okay, to begin to develop, appear, or expand. Usually full by, on, or upon. Usually fall by, on, or upon. To begin to become apparent to. Old English, dagen, meaning to dawn. Also synonymous with day. So where did Monday come from? Mondaga, dagen. Where did Tuesday come from? I can't remember the Gaelic term, but it's something dagen, which is second, which they would, if I'm not mistaken, called the second day. The second day. You know what I'm saying? So, they say risen on the third day. Well, really, it was the 15th. It doesn't, So that's where you people are getting mixed up, because you're getting too deep. You're getting too deep into the watered down. You got to get to the purity of it. You're getting to the watered down on the left, when you got to get to the purity on the right in the beginning. Go to the root. You guys are going off into all these different branches of it. That's where your confusion is stemming from, because of this right here. Dagen. Oh, that says day. That's where you're getting mixed up. Now humble down, subdue your own understanding, and come to the realization. It should dawn on you that our customs are not Edomite customs. And if you're still watching, for those who are still watching, we're saving the best for last, with the nail, for this coffin, that we're burying this bullshit. Sabbath. It's Friday to Saturday. Okay, so let's get now let's get Luke 23 and 54. Let's get Luke 23 and 54. So now you know where you're going off in your understanding. You should have a better understanding of how to control your inner demons. Luke 23 and 54. Whenever you're ready.
Luke 23 and 54. And that day was the preparation, and the Sabbath drew on.
Which is the day of preparation. The Sabbath drew on goes back to the word dawn. To grow light, to dawn.
Strong's G 2020. Epifosco.
There you go. Okay. Now let's get Luke 24 and verse 1. Luke 24 and 1.
Luke 24 and 1. Now upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, there came unto the sepulchre bringing, so like they came into the sepulchre bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them.
Right, now sit down upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, which we already covered all this, so this is just tying it in.
Mm-hmm.
The first day of this third week, which is the 15th day, right?
Right.
Because you got what,
First day, then the seventh day, then
the 14th, then the 21st.
Yeah.
You got four. Typically, you have 4 weeks in a month, because the new moon could come and cut it short,
Right.
right? So then you wouldn't observe that old time. It changed because of the new moon.
Because of the moon.
You couldn't sell because of the new moon,
Right.
the corn, which Abayaba means the the growing of the corn, the ear forming, right? So that should be like oh shit. Verse 21.
Verse 21. Oh, okay. So, verse 21.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. So look, read the point. My bad.
But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel.
Okay, so it goes back to another point. King of the Jews to redeem Israel, no other nation, right? He was not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, so another point. You could segue that way too.
And beside all this, today is the third day since these things were done.
So the disciples knew that they understood that as the third day, right? So unless the Spirit is really dealing with you, you're not going to understand this.
They didn't say, "Oh, it's Wednesday."
Yeah, they didn't say, "Oh, it was Wednesday." Oh, it's Dagon.
Yeah.
Mondaga.
$1.
They didn't say it was, because they're not speaking that branched out language yet. That's later on in history that they watered down our pure language, man.
Right.
That's why you got to get into the Hebrew. That's what makes these grape juice guys all crazy. They're all out there with their Kool-Aid grape shirts. I drink juice, you drink juice. You see me. I don't even know what it's called, man. But he said today is the third day, and they're all disheartened about it. So if we read up, start at verse 18, right? Because Yahushua comes to him, right? And this is their reply, because he's asking what's going on, right?
Verse 18. And one of them, whose name was Cleopas, and answered. Cleopas, answering said unto him, Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known that these things, hast thou not known the things which are come to pass there in these days?
Right. So he's saying, how do you not know what's been going on? Are you alien to Jerusalem? You don't know about all the uproars and the commotions, because Jake's good for learning gossip, man. I'm like the last one to get gossip, even in the world, like the celebrity death, this or that. Well, now in the truth, that shit's on, that's on the home front pages, but I just never been, did you hear about this person and that person? That's all,
busybody,
Yeah, but this is something that, you would know about, because word of mouth back then was the main Twitter, like, oh man, you see what this guy just tweeted? You hear what this guy said?
Right.
Let's go hear what they got to say. That was your form of entertainment, man. It was people, what's going on, what's real in the world, man. That is going to get back to that too in the kingdom. It's going to get back to people being more sociable.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to have this socialism, which being antisocial is really antichrist. Because Yahushua said you got to go out to the people, bid them to the marriage. So not going out all the time, hey man, that's antisocial, that's antichrist, man. That's not enduring all elements. It's another segue.
Faith comes by hearing.
Faith cometh by hearing.
And people's not gonna hear if you don't, communicate the word out there like that, to the four corners of the earth.
Come
on. It says, and has not known the things which are come to pass there in these days? And he said unto them, What things? And they said unto him,
right, he said, did you not know things that came to pass in these days, in these times? It's not referring to any particular set of times, just saying in these times, occurrences, events. Okay.
And they said unto him concerning Yahushua of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before the Most High in all the people,
Right.
and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death and have crucified him.
Yep.
But we trust that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel, and beside all this to